guys. So I'm back. I cut out all of my papers for page 1. Okay, and now I went ahead and distressed all of my edges, and I thought I would show you how I ink the edges real quick. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can lay it on your little mat, okay, and then you can go ahead and grab your little tool, your handheld inker, and you could just go ahead and do like you usually do, go around the edges. You can also hold it, and I just go back and forth. Okay, I find that for me, because I have a heavy hand, and so I don't get it like way over on the paper so much, and I just kind of go back and forth on that. But it's whatever look, like if you're trying to get more of a distressed look, like you want more rough it up on the edges, you can go ahead and bring that ink inside the paper, okay, to give it more of a vintage kind of look, torn look, okay. And so I'm just kind of, like I said, going back and forth on those edges there, and it inks it up pretty good. So, let's see, right there, I'm getting kind of a white, so I'm just kind of inking that down. So now I'm ready to glue everything on. The other thing I wanted to tell you was I decided that since I had some of the black cardstock left from my other, from my last book that I did, the Christmas album, I thought I would go ahead and use the black cardstock behind some of the mats that I cut out. So instead of using some of the paper, that will save some time, and it will also save some paper, some of your design paper. So I decided to go ahead and do that. So that means that for these photo mats, these will be backed up on black cardstock, and then you will place your photos here, okay. Again, we can still embellish them, because we still have these that we cut out, and we can actually cut these into those little what do you call it, the little corner pieces that we did on the other mat. So here, okay, we had embellished the mat with these corner pieces from the frame that we cut out, okay, and then we also embellished the top part as a little tab with this frame, okay. So we had just cut those in half and did that and put those in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward and lay down all my papers and everything, okay, and then this is all dry, you guys. So excited. Look at how pretty that looks. Oh my gosh, so excited. So real excited about that. Can't wait to get our pages done. So anyway, just wanted to let you know I will be backing these mats with the cardstock, and the cardstock is the black 12 by 12 10-pack by Heartfelt Creations, okay, and you can find this over at JS and Hobbies Crafts, okay. So this has, it usually comes with 10, okay. So anyway, I put 8 because that's how many I had left over. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this part. Yes. to go ahead and I'm going to cut some acetate, and I'm going to put the acetate behind here, and we're going to mount our little frames right here, just like this. Okay. And I had already showed you guys how to put these together. So we're going to put them right here, just like that. Okay. And then I'll cut out the other black mats, and then I will be right back. Okay. Hi guys. Okay, so I went ahead and cut my acetate, and I know it's hard to see it. And I cut it for both frames, and the size that you're going to cut these at is at 3 5/8 by 4 1/2. Okay. And I went ahead and stuck some score tape on the back of my frame. Now you can use your art glitter glue if you want to, okay? And I will probably show you guys how that, you just add it around the perimeter of your frame and stick your acetate behind that. And you don't want to stick a whole lot on, so that's why sometimes it is nice to have this little guy here, so you can use him to kind of put a thin line of glue around. I'm going to go ahead and stand this guy up here and stick him right on the back. It's very sticky, you guys. Very, very sticky. Okay. So, there is the window. So, now I have a little bit of overage right here. So I think it's on this side, and that's okay. It's alright. I'm going to go ahead and just cut that off with my scissors. Okay, so I'm just going to do. So you want to make sure that your tape is burnished in really good. Okay, so when you stick your frame down, you can put it anywhere you want. You can have it this way, which I kind of like tilting things a little bit. I just think it gives it a little bit more, what do I want to say? Just a little bit of character to your items here. So, so I'll probably do that. We'll put this one like this, okay? And then that way you can go ahead, and if you wanted to later, you can add in something, like maybe names or dates or whatever you want on your page, okay? And then don't forget we have this here that will have our mat down. I didn't stick those down very well. So yeah, so you'll have your mat right here, okay? And if you wanted to, you could put a large frame right here. You could add another frame here if you wanted to. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick this down. Oh, I wanted to show you something. So when you stick your thing down, okay, then that way you have, so I should use that. Let me see if I have a little square piece here. Okay, it's too big. Here we go. Okay, so once your square is down and you leave one side open, you can go ahead and slide a picture right back in there, and then you can remove that tape right there, okay? So, and there is our picture. So your picture will just slide right back behind that, okay? And again, I'm just kind of getting my little thing here, and I'm just, okay. So there is that part. Yay! And then now we're on to this part here. So this part is where we're going to have two little frames here. And so our little frames need mats. Okay, our frames are 4 by 5. So I am actually just going to cut them. So there's our mats. So we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to put one here. And the other one is going to go right down here, just like that. Okay, now yes, it's going to hang off our edge here on the bottom, and that's okay, no worries, okay? And actually, I might just go ahead and bring them up just a bit and have them do this. Now you can put your pictures like this. You could just have one here, just like this. You can cut them smaller and have them overlap like this. You can put one like that and one like this. And put them however you would like. Okay, I just thought that these were like super, super cute, and so I thought it would be nice to have some photos in here. And I like how this kind of curls over that, so I think I'm going to leave that part. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Now this one you can put glue all the way across. The other one we will not, because this one will be sitting on top of this one. So, and we're actually going to lift this one up just a bit, just like that. Okay. And so this one here will be sitting on here. We don't want to glue this down because then you won't be able to fit your photo back there. And I'll go ahead and zoom in just a bit so guys can see that. So you don't, otherwise your photo won't fit. So we want to leave that open, okay? So you're going to glue just right here, and then you're going to leave about a good ½ inch from gluing them, okay? So when you glue, I usually do it like this. I usually just glue the bottom part to the bottom half first, okay? Then I kind of get a feel of where I need more glue after I lay it down. So I know I need glue right here, okay? So I'm just going to make little circles right there, and that is about it. So I'm just going to push this over to the side there. Okay. And then if you want more glue on there, you can definitely add more glue. So if you wanted more glue, like right here, I need more glue here. So I lift up on my paper, and I know that that's where I need more glue. And I can add more glue. Okay. And then you just want to varnish that in. Okay. And then lift up on the bottom ends. It's not going to hurt anything because, you know, you'll know that that's where you need some glue. Okay, that's what I always do. That way I know everything's glued down nice and tight. If I need more glue, I add it. I miss, you know, sections of glue sometimes. So, okay, just like that. So everything's glued down now. So now, if you wanted to, you can add some little elements, and I thought this would be like super pretty right here. Okay, and so to add this, okay, we're going to just glue this part down here. So you're going to put glue right along this base right here, okay, just like that, and you're going to put the middle part of this little guy here, okay, just like that, because we don't want to get any glue down here or up in here, or our picture will not fit. And then once it's glued down, you can go ahead and kind of lift this up a little bit, okay, just kind of lift it up, and then you can glue some of this part down here. Just put like a little tiny tad of glue there, and a tiny tad here, just like that. And then if you wanted to, again, you can add a little pearl there, okay? So I'm just going to grab a little pearl. And again, these little pearls are from my stash. I just thought they were like super cute. And I'm going to put a little glue right there, just to kind of help it stick down. It's got adhesive on the back of it, but you know, sometimes that adhesive doesn't really catch. Just going to press that in there just like that. And we're done. So here you can go ahead and decorate this part. You can decorate this part. You can actually put a frame right here. So if you wanted to add a frame here, you can definitely do that. Okay. If you wanted to add some tags here, you could do that. For this part here, I thought I would add a frame. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay. So I'll go ahead and glue that down. Like that. Oops, sorry. So you're going to put your foam tape right here. I think I've been off the camera. Hopefully I wasn't off the camera, but I think it was. And then you're just going to go ahead and add this right on top of there. Okay. And then you can go ahead and add your picture in there if you want to. So the picture will just slide right in there. Okay. So we are done with page 1, you guys. We just need to do the maths real quick, and then we can insert this into our book. Okay. Put that here, and then we're going to grab one of these black frames. Okay. And you're actually going to cut it. So when you cut, okay, you are going to cut it here. See this little part right here, this little indentation, okay, that's where you're going to cut. And basically you're just going to go ahead and round that off. Okay, and you're going to just round that off just like that. Okay, and you're going to do the same here. So right here at that little indentation, you're going to round it off. And these are going to be your pull tabs. So we've got 2 here. So there's one, okay? And then here is the other one. So you've got one there and one here, okay? Now, if you wanted to, you could do a larger one, okay? So if you wanted a larger pull tab here, okay, all you'd have to do is grab this, and you would cut down the middle. So you would cut here, and you would cut here. Okay, and then you could glue these 2 right up here, or you could glue them to the side, depending on wherever you want your pull tab to be. Okay, so we are going to do that, and I'm going to move these out of the way, and then I'm going to show you how to take the craft frame that we cut out, and I'm going to show you how to snip this into your corners. Okay, so I'm going to do that for you. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead, and I'm just going to put my score tape on that. And just need a little scraper tool. And so I know you all know how to put your score tape on, right, behind your mats and all. So I am going to go ahead and finish this part up. What I want to do first, though, before we go, and I finish this up, I want to show you how you're going to put on your little pull tabs. Okay. Now, depending on how you want them showing, you can either put them on before or you can put them on after. So if you wanted your mat here, okay, you can have your pull tab on top of that if you wanted to, okay, and then your picture would just go on top of the pull tab. Or you could just go ahead and mount it now. So I'm going to mount mine right now, okay, and you're just going to put a dab of glue here and here, okay, for right now. And then I'm just going to center mine And I do leave kind of like a little gap on that. Okay, now you don't have to, you can actually just glue it like this if you wanted to, okay, to have a larger gap. I just put a little gap on mine. Now for this part here, okay, you are going to go ahead and put glue here and here around this part, and then up and through here. Ah! I just love this dye, so pretty. Oh my gosh, love, love, love this dye. Okay, here we go. So for that, you are going to go ahead and just put those together. Okay, just like that. And you're just going to squeeze it together. Okay. And if you get a little bit of glue seepage, just grab your little towel, wipe it, just blot it out. Okay. Okay. And once it, you can always come back and you can get a little wet nap. Okay, not heavily wet. Okay, you just want a little tiny wet. Okay, like a little wet wipey or whatever you use. And then once you get that wet, it will kind of clear off that little seepage that you've got. Okay. You can also use a little toothpick in between to get the glue out if you have glue stuck in there. Okay. Because I had some glue in one of mine, and I went ahead and just used a toothpick to kind of clean it off. So there's our ways around of everything, right? Ingenuity. So, okay. So you just want to lightly ink your edges, okay? And then you can go ahead and put your score tape on them. And so, with that being said, I will be right back after I score everything, put score tape on everything, and get all my mitts. Okay, guys, I'm back. So we are almost done. So I went ahead and stuck this one of those little frames here, and when I had cut out the frames, I had like little backings to them, the die, and like this. So when you cut it, you'll get this piece. So I went ahead and stuck this in here. Okay, what I did was I just put glue around the outer perimeter of it. So if you want to do that, you'll put glue around here and around this here. Okay, just like that. Just through here and here. And then same on the bottom here and here. Then I put glue here and kind of made it come around and over here, and then back over and through here, and then back over. Okay, I'll put a little bit of glue here and here. Okay, and then again, I went and came over here, put glue here, came back and around. Okay, just like that. I didn't put any glue on the circular part or the oval part of the inside of the frame. Okay, so no glue around this part because your picture is going to need to fit in there. Okay, if you put glue there, it's not going to fit. So the best way I did it is just do it that way, and then you can, once you get your picture in there, you can always add glue underneath that. Okay, and I'm going to leave this little little part of the craft paper in the black frame. So that way I know that this is my template. So when I pull this out, I will go ahead and cut my picture to this size of the oval, so my picture can just slide right back in there. Okay? And then I added 2 little pearls right here. Okay? And so now that we're all done getting this together, scraps of black cardstock, okay? And to cut these out, okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my cutter piece scissors, okay? You want to go ahead and cut, there's a lot of little loop-de-loops here. So there's 4 of them, right, or 5 of them right here. There's 1, 2, so there's 1 here, 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 and here, okay? I cut mine. Now, if you want yours longer, that's fine. You can have them out to here, okay? And that might not be bad too. So maybe we'll try that. I actually had cut mine inward, so I cut mine a little shorter. But right here is real good. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and snip right in here, okay? And we're going to go and snip right in here. And you can go ahead and then snip it here. It depends on where you want it, okay? So I just went ahead and cut it like this. And then you can square it off afterwards, or, you know, whatever. You just make it square, so just like that. Okay, or you can just go ahead and you can cut it at the little loopy one right here, okay? And that's kind of what I did. Just gonna cut it like that, okay? Oops. Just like that. So I think I cut my name actually. I think that's why I cut it. Let's see here, hold on. Let me look at it. Yes, I did. So, you want to cut right here. Sorry about that, you guys. You want to cut it on that inside, okay? And then just go ahead and cut it even with the little loop. So just like that, okay? You can make them longer if you want to, okay? So let's say you want it right here, then let's see, because that is not as long as ours. Yeah. So here you can go ahead and you can cut it here. And I think that's what I did, is I cut mine around there. So, and then this one right here. And I just kind of followed the shape of that little hook there. So now you have your little corner piece right there, okay? And you're going to just cut it. I just cut it even with that, or you can cut it even with that part right there, right at the beginning of that little loopy spot. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and grab your art glitter glue, and you're just going to go ahead and put your art glitter glue around your little loops here. And I put one on each of the little ends of my hooks. I call them little hooks. But that way you're getting good glue coverage on that. Okay. So, and then I just kind of cover up with wherever glue is. I just kind of catch it and kind of drag it over. So then, what I do is I grab the corner spot of my paper, okay? And I go ahead and place that right in that corner area. Okay, just like that. And if you want to leave a little border, you can do that. It's totally up to you. Then I just grab my little nap, my little wet nap, and I kind of grab the glue that's kind of seeping out a little bit. Okay, and that's how I do it. Then I go ahead and grab my scissors, and I just cut it around it. Okay, now you can be as perfect, I mean, you can be not as perfect, but I mean, you can cut as close as you want to it. You don't have to cut very close at all. I just kind of tried to stay around it. I tried to do a border at one point, but it just didn't turn out right. So I just kind of went around it. And just kind of stay around the edges of that. So that is how I made the corner borders. And then when I adhered them up here, okay, onto my frame, I just put glue right. I just put glue right on the edge of it. Okay, just like that. A teeny tiny bit of glue, and then I just stuck it in the corners. Again, if you have any seepage or anything, your glue, just grab your little wet nap, or a dry wet nap, or dry napkin. And so there you go. So then your picture will fit up in there. Okay. You can go ahead and bend these if you want to. So before you put them on, you can make sure that they're just flexible to put a picture up there. Or you don't have to. It's up to you. It works either way. So again, go ahead and put this away, and I will do my other ones later. Okay, because I want to move on to page number 2. So we will open this up, put this in here, okay, and we are done with page 1, you guys. Yay! So we're going to grab our book, and we are going to put this in our book, okay. And how I put my stuff in my book is I go ahead and put some score tape along here, okay. And I usually use the 1/4 inch tape, okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to put this to the side. Okay. Now sometimes I'll put my tape on before I put my thingy down, but this time I didn't do that. It's alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my tape on now. And I put it close to the top of the hinge part. Okay, so on that mountain peak, right there. Okay, so right there on that mountain peak is where you're going to put your score tape, and you're going to score on both sides. So you're going to go ahead and add your score tape on both sides to that. Okay. I'm just going to tear that off. And then I just squeeze it really hard with my fingers and varnish that down. You can grab your bone folder or your little squeegee thing, whatever you use to varnish down, and just varnish that down if you want to. Okay? And we can add page 1. So I'm going to go ahead and take that tape off. Okay. Just like this. Alrighty. you're going to grab your page. Make sure your opening is on your left-hand side. And you're not going to put your page all the way down, okay? You are only going to put your page about halfway down, about quarterly down. You're going to leave about a 1/8 inch opening, or not opening, but an 1/8 inch border, I guess is how I want to say it, from that. Okay. So, and now you're going to go ahead and attach that. And you're just going to squeeze your page right on there. Okay. Now, go ahead and you can grab, I'm going to grab my bone folder, and I'm just going to go ahead and burnish that in. Pull it over, burnish that in. Okay. And there is our first page, y'all. So, yay! So now we just need our second page and third and fourth page. And so I will, I'm going to go ahead and put my score tape on all of these hinges, and then I will be right back. Hi, you guys. I'm back. So, we are doing page 2 now. So we've got page 2 going on. And for that, you will need, okay, and let's see, you are going to need a pocket that is 5 1/4 by 7/8, okay, so you will need that, okay, and then you will also need another one that is going to be 3 by 7/8, and then you're going to need another one that is 2 1/2 by 7/8, okay. And I know there's lots of different ways people put their pockets together. This one is going to be a little different for me. So I thought it's just something new and different, and I thought this way you don't use a whole lot of paper with it. So, okay. And then we will score on either side about 1/4 inch. So, okay. So, then you're going to need a sheet that is, you are going to need a sheet that is 6 3/4 by 8 1/4, okay? And you're going to score a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch on this side, okay? So, then on, let's see. Okay, so if that's a pocket like that, oh, that's right. And we have this part here. So on this side here, you will have a small little thing here, and it's going to be 2 1/2 by 11, okay? And it's going to open up like this, all right? And we're actually going to tape down this side here, okay? And you will only tape down the 2 ends, okay? And we will put a magnet here. So let's go ahead and we're going to use the last 2 magnets that I have. I have some extras that are just in my stash, but these ones are from JS Hobbies, and I like these ones because they are little teeny tiny ones, and they're super paper thin, you guys. I love these. I absolutely love these. So I actually need to get me some extra ones. So I'm going to go ahead and that right here. Okay, so that's going to go like this. This pocket, when it flips open like this. Okay, on this one, this is the belly band that goes on this page, and it measures 3 1/2 by 9 3/8 inches, and you will score a 1/2 inch on the 9 3/8 inch sides, both the right and left, so it is a belly band, okay? And then we will attach that to that page, all done, okay? So, again, okay, I will go ahead and put the measurements down for everything in the title, like right below on this video, so you will know everything that is going on. Okay, so then when you turn this page over, okay, your page, hi guys, just popping in to give you the measurements real quick. You will have a belly band that measures 1 3/4 by 8 3/4, and you will score a 1/4 inch. Then you will have your photo mats for your waterfall at 6 1/8 by 4 1/2, scoring at a 1/2 inch on the 4 1/2 inch side. Go ahead and score all of our papers down. And so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this, or you know what, I'll just go ahead and score everything and then I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So went ahead and cut out all of our papers for page 2, and I went ahead and distressed all of my edges of my papers and of the pockets and all of the cardstock, and I might have missed like 1 or 2 little areas. I did this right here, but I pretty much just kind of went lightly around my mats and such. So, and again, I just went ahead and cut everything out to the same size as this was cut out, except for, like, of course, you know, once you put your papers on it. Like this one, this one's a little smaller, and the reason why my pockets might be a little bit smaller, or the mats for my pockets might be smaller, is because I really wanted to use this scene, or or what do I want to say, graphic picture, because this was just so pretty. And so the pockets will actually sit like this. So this will go here, and then this will go here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put something here on the sides. So I thought I might go ahead and put either the lace. So you could use the lace right here, and I think that would look like really, really pretty. But I don't know if it will cover up this part, because I really don't want to cover up the chandelier. So I don't know if I'm going to use that yet. Let's see. So I thought maybe even underneath it might look good. So if we put it underneath some little pieces. I don't know. Maybe on top. I think on top looks better. But again, I don't really want to cover up the chandelier, because that's like, you know, one of the main images that is on the paper, and so I really like that. So the other idea I had was to go ahead and just find some scraps, like maybe this, and just cut this and then put it behind there. So I might go ahead and do that too. So there's kind of like a border, or I could use black cardstock and just put a border around it. Just put like a little bit around it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I may not do anything. I don't know. But anyway, I went ahead and cut out all of my pieces, like I said. And then, so like this will go here. This pocket will go on this side. This right here has this and this little piece here. And this actually is just, it's for tags. So when we put this together, okay, this is the 2.5 by 11 piece. Okay, it's the long piece. And I went ahead and I used these little lined papers, which is the back of this little floral green paper, for journaling. Okay, and so our mat that is on here, let's see, I don't know what I did. What did I do with the mats? I don't know what I did with them. I have no idea. Oh, right there. I think these are them. So for the mats, like this will actually fit right down in there. Just like that. Okay. So this will be for journaling. And then I went ahead and just made some little like extra mats. Just like that. And I didn't, on some of them, I didn't add the little pull out pieces too. And because I wanted to actually show you guys something on this. So, so anyway, so that will be for that. And then we've got mats for the pockets in there. And so this will pull out like this, and I'm going to put something here. And then this part is actually this is actually our page here. Okay. So this needs to be turned around. Actually, this is the back. So this needs to be turned around like this. And this will go like this. This is a pocket here. Okay. And I went ahead and gave you guys all of the measurements for this. And so, you know, everything was, that's what we were doing earlier, was just cutting out everything. And then here we have a waterfall, and we're just putting these here, just like this. And I wasn't sure on these ones. Again, this is just a waterfall, and I'm just sticking them here. We're going to have a little tuck spot here where this goes into it. Okay, so you won't need a magnet unless you want one. Okay, and yeah, I think that's it. So there's really not many magnets or anything needed for page 2. The only magnet that you need, it was for this little journaling spot that we're making right here. Okay, and that goes on the inside. And I didn't, on this one here, on the inside of these, I didn't distress these because they're journaling spots, and I didn't want to, you know, distress them. So I figured if you guys want, and I might just go ahead and distress them a little bit, but I didn't want to distress them a whole lot. So there's that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put everything together. If there's any changes or anything, I will go ahead and stop the video as I'm putting it together, because I'm going to fast forward a little bit. And if there's any changes, then I will go ahead and let you know. Okay. Again, and then I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the measurements again as I put everything down. So your pockets, you'll have 3 pockets in the front. Okay. The first pocket will be 2.5 by 7 1/8. The second pocket is 3 by 7 1/8. And then the third pocket is going to be 4 1/4 by 7 1/8. And they're all going to be scored at 1/2 inch on the sides. Okay. And then, like I said, I went ahead and cut these a little bit shorter. You can cut yours to the length, or you can leave, you can go ahead and leave like a 1/8 inch or a 1/4 inch border, whatever you want to do. But I went ahead and cut this part short because I wanted this right here like that. So, and like I said, I might go ahead and distress this a little bit more inside just to give it some color. And so, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And let's see here, what else? Oh, let me go ahead and do this page right here. This page right here is 6 3/4 by 8 1/4. Okay, so it's 6 3/4, and let me go ahead and make sure that that's what that is. Oh, here's my one. I just want to make sure it's 6 1/4. Okay, you cut it at 6 3/4, and you're going to score at a 1/2 inch, and that will make this 6 1/4 this way. So you will actually cut your page at 6 3/4 by 8 1/4. score at a 1/2 inch on your left side, okay? And then my page was actually the same size as my paper that I cut, but because I distressed it, it gives it a little bit of a border there, okay? Then, same thing here. This was actually cut to the paper size, but I went ahead and cut, because of the distressing, it kind of shrunk the paper down a little bit. And I'll be right back.